Hey guys, and welcome to the 7th part, I think it is now. Sorry, I've done so much today. Just trying to catch up on a bit because I've been busy with the end of school forever for me, which is pretty exciting. But yeah, so thanks for watching again. Hope you're enjoying the menu a bit. It's a bit boring, but you guys can skip it if you need to. Just do your own menuing stuff. But this is pretty much just getting all this stuff, all the nice look stuff done. So this episode we've finished. There's a few things we need to fix up as each one we've had to do. But there's what else we're going to do is set up that room thing where it says when you connect to either an offline game or a LAN game, if when you're in a room or you've joined a random, it shows you the stats of that game. So it'll say the map, the number of players, the people in it, all their details, and anything else like that. So that is that. Other than that, when you're in the offline mode, I think we're going to make it so you change it and whatever else, which is right. It's like when you're creating a game. That's another thing we need to add to the create a game menu, is add the true, not the true or false, but like a radio button for what map you want to do, or a drop down box or something like that that shows what map you want to do, and you click it and it will show you like an image of it or something like that, and that will choose that map for you. Anyways, okay, so back to the coding in the network manager script. What we're going to do first up is find the this bit here, the rooms available, and we're going to add a little bit more to this. So we're going to subtract 100 off that. That should make it a little bit higher and make it better for the thing. So play network, get into the game, and oh no, that's wrong, not that one. This one's exactly on it. So we want to subtract 25. Yep, and that should be right. Click submit, play network, and it's a little bit too much. Yeah. Plus 5, plus 10. Try that. A lot of this is fiddling around with stuff, so no, not options. Rooms val. Okay, that looks much better. Alright, then that can drop down to like there or whatever. Anyways, so then what? Oh, that's for that. Okay. Then what you want to do, what we're going to do is add that map function here. So what we're going to do is search up the GUI applications, GUI scripting in the API again, and we're going to go in there and have a look at what we can do. So I need like a drop down box or something like that, or selection grid. Make a grid of buttons. Set the name of the next control. Toolbar. So I'll look at that. Well, we could just make so many buttons. Toolbar. Maybe we'll copy this. Let's copy this. Actually, we'll copy this. And we'll just paste it in the top. Test settings. Oh, it didn't copy. Copy, paste. paste. Oh, that worked. Control C. Maybe. Oh no. It's not gonna work. Okay. Alright, don't worry about that. What we're gonna. Actually, no, yeah, do that. Public int toolbar int equal to 0, and then public string, we're gonna do that, make that equal to toolbar strings equal to new string consisting of map 1. Let's just say forest. Yeah, forest. Desert and city. Let's try those. And then on GUI, see if we can copy this. I don't think we can. GUI. Which one do we want? We want the create room, files cancel. No, we can't. Okay. Toolbar int equals GUI dot toolbar new rect 25 250 30 toolbar int toolbar string, and let's try that one out. Alright, let's put sub 0 29 equals 0. There we go. Alright, play. Submit, play, network. Create room. Forest, desert, city. Oh yes, that's what we want. That is what we want. Perfect. I'm so glad we looked into that. Okay. So then, we are going to change this. So this is the toolbar settings, and toolbar int is equal to 0. Wait, map int equal to 0. Toolbar string map string equal to 0 equal to new string, and we'll just go forest, desert, and the city, and we'll just leave them as temporary things for now. And trying to creates up, isn't it? Right, no, creates down. Here, no, here. Alright, toolbar int. So map int equals map int and map string. Toolbar new rect, and we're gonna just make this just like every other one. So new rect, and copy this one. So 450, so this one should be about 500. 250. 50. Let's try that. Play, submit, play, network, create room, and we want that actually above here, and we want these longer. Play. It's 200, we want this about 450 thick, and we want this above the button, so that's 450. Oh, okay, no, that's that room. Okay, 350, so make it 400. Submit, play, network, create, and we'll make that up again. Why is that? 350, password. 350, 400 is the top, isn't it? So, 350. Oh, no. Okay, we want this 400, but this one 200. We want that one. We want this at about 355. Let's try and see what that gives us. Submit, play, network, create room, and that's what we got. Alright. And we'll just have like a text box here to say that, hey, that is our, we'll put this at 360, and we'll copy the password required one, and we'll make this 355. Call this one map. And that is going to be one of those settings that we set for with the thing, like the password. We'll get into that in the future. Create room, map. Alright, this needs to be up a lot. $300. Create room. No, we want it down. 3 to 5. Anyways, okay, we've got that pretty much down pat. Now we want to do that thing where when you go into it, you're connected. So we've got the connected to the room, and we want another private bool. Private bool for when we are pre-enter game. So then what we want to do is when you create a game, when you click on the create room and join button, we will create room joined or created equals true, and pre-enter game is equal to true as well. So then when that happens, we are going to go and if joined or created equals to true, and pre-enter game is also equals true, then we're going to do a few things. So it's just getting bigger and bigger, isn't it? Okay, when we're joined the game and we're at the pre-enter game scene, what we're going to do is copy this entire thing. No, we're going to copy this. We're going to copy it all. We're not going to copy the password. We don't want the password. We don't want the publicity of the room. We want the max players. And yep, that's cool. We'll copy that, paste that, and we will put the room name plus create a room. Wait, why don't we go check the photon settings to see the room dot in room is true while being in the room. Count of players and count of players and master. Count of players. Count of rooms. can modify. So we want the room details. So with the players linked to the local photon player always available and represents this player. Player name, this local player list, the full photon player list including a local player. Okay, that's the one we want. Dot player list. So photon player. Player by ID. Summarizes a player within a room identified in that room by active ID. Public attributes is the tag object, can be used to store a reference that is useful. That's useful to know by player. Functions, name, nickname of this player. Okay. So alright, name. We want to set that name, our name, when we get that to the properties photonplayer.name. So how do we set the name? Where's that? Name of this player. Get set. Oh wait, no, this one isn't. Properties. Set a player's character as tag by assigning the game object on instantiate. Alright, so we want the player.name. So get summarize the player. Alright, we want to get player dot name, get name. Alright, so anyways, room name. So room name plus summary. So it's room names. Game summary. Pre-summary or something like that. Summary is like, yeah, okay, that's right. So room name is player's name plus is the room. We just want to set this to room name. So actually, photon network dot room name. So I'm not sure if that's the thing. That's another thing we need to look at. Room. Room.name. Okay, there's no. Oh, it's lowercase room, isn't it? Room. To string. Let's try that. No. Okay, so room. Dot room. I want to get name. So how do you get? room info. Room info dot name. Or something like that. Dot name field. The name of a room. Room info dot name. Okay, so let's try room info dot name. Is that expecting something there? Alright. Cannot access. Wait, the object reference is required to access non-static members. Dot to string. Dot to string. No, it's probably not right. Oh god, this is. Info.name. Room name. Oh, what errors are we getting? Text field. Invalid arguments in my text field. Oh wait, we gotta plus this. Alright, well, let's do that. Text field rec string dot to string. That no, that doesn't work. Alrighty. By setting it, I create a room. Let's create a room. Create room. Room name. Alright, let's go back to our original one. Yeah, it's a photon network. What we want is the room stuff. So room game version, server address, connected, thing the room. Get the room currently in. Null if we aren't in dot room. Dot room. Let's try photon network. Photon network dot room. Room to string to string. Alright, so let's try and see if we can see this pre-game thing. Alright, play network. Create room. Does it? Default names room. TMP1. Why? Oh, setting it automatically. That I can't add to. Alright, we're gonna have to change that anyway. Okay. Public true. Also required true. Password. Okay, that's why we need to make it down here. Password false. City map. And create room. Join. Room default names room. Visible open 1 of 4 players. Okay, so that's not working 100%. Alright guys, I'll be back when I work this out. Oh wait, playlist. That's what we want with the playlist. But anyways, I'll be back in a second to check that room stuff and make sure everything else is working. Alright. Alrighty guys, I'm back. Alright, what the problem was it's you go photonnetwork.room.name and the photonnetwork.room accesses all those properties of the room, and then you can specifically find room name. So then what we've done is just done the max players, changed these all to GUI labels and fixed them up. But for the GUI label with photonnetwork.room.maxplayers.toString, that's a integer, and we'll just test that out. Play and submit, say network, create room, create and join. Then I'll load it, defaults room, and then number max players is 2, and that is right. And why am I getting this error? 182 here. photonnetwork.room.name. Why? Play, submit, play, network, create room, create and join. Okay. Alright, it's waiting for the connection stuff. So what we're gonna do is only show this is go if photonnetwork.connection connection state detailed. Connection state detail. Connection state detailed dot to string equals joined. Then what we're gonna do is do all this, so that should cut out those errors for us. Okay, let's try that. Run, submit, play, network, create room and join. I've joined the room, and there we've got no errors anymore. Okay, cool. So then, now what we need to do is do the number of players. So actually, we'll do max players. We'll do players, and we'll do that, and we'll do a slash, and go photon network. Well, actually, this one is the one we want for that one. Out of the max players, so the current players, let's just quickly check that one. So the networking player reference here. Player network, find friends. No, actually we're going to maybe implement find friends later, but not at this moment. Photon player, no, not the one. So photon network and photon network dot players, let me grab players. Where is it? Down here, The player, local photon player, player name, player list, the full photon player list including local player. So player list is a thing, so photon player. Photon network dot playlist. I think this might need to be 1. Expect a simple slash. Is this? Here. It's a slash. Oh, plus, and plus. Say count. Oh, is that dot count? I think there's a count property of both those. Isn't it? No, yeah, there is. Alright, maybe we'll just cut this up. And we'll go here for each, and where's our for each one? We're just gonna double check each. What's in their players? Is it for each photon player? Photon player in photon player p player. Where's the for each? We passed it, didn't I? Yeah, for each. Then we name that in this one. In photon player list. Then we're going to go ahead and go int z equal to 0. Int z. So z plus equals, and here we're going to go int z equals 0. Then we're going to add z here, z.toString, I think, z.toString. Yep, and that one should hopefully clear. Is probably accessed by the type was expect. Get. Somewhere has a player within a room. I count the number. I don't want specific ID. All publics. Get next. I'll be right back in a second. Sorry guys, I'll just check this. Hey guys, alright, I'm back. I finally got it. So first of all, what you need to do is to create a new variable called private photon player array parentheses. Call that players, and then down here where we were before, just here, you need to first set players to equal to photon network.playerList, and then create a variable called z, set that to 0 for each, and then for each, do a for each loop, then go for each photon player, and we'll call it player in players. We're going to add one up, so we're going to count the number of players in there, and then we're going to go player, for example, dot name, I think it's name. We can list the number of players, so let's say GUI dot label new rect 150 by 250 220, and then we're gonna name them z dot z plus we'll do a dot, and then we'll go player name dot name. I think that sounds about right. Player. Yeah, no, players. Oh wait, we need a plus. Plus there, and then check for errors. No errors, awesome. Okay, then quick play. Not pause. Submit. Play. Network. Then we go create and join. We joined and won, and we've got no player name. So what we need to do is set that player name to something. So when we create a room, what we're going to do is go photon network dot, let me see, so a quick check of what things we can do to set our names. Don't even know where we are. Photon network class, okay. Dot player, the local photon player dot player, and then we can go dot name, and we'll set that. So dot player dot name equals player name. So we'll try that one. Try that one, and no errors. Playing, submit, play, network, create room, create and join room, and it works. That is awesome. That is so good. That's perfect. Okay, so players is 1 of 2, and that is it. Players. So actually, what we'll also do is add a GUI. Actually, wait, did we already? Max players. Oh no, that's right. That's for the number of players there are. So player name. It's below that one, so we want to add one in between. We'll make this 250, and we'll add a GUI label, and we will put that before the for each, and we'll make this 240, and we'll name that players connected. Alright, hit play, and say Ploxer games, submit, play, network, create room. That's one thing we need to do, is edit this room thing that we need to do. We're going to change that. Say 6 players, public room, password required, no password required, desert, create room and join, and 1 of 6 players, and players connected is Ploxer games. Awesome. And we'll make this 230. So that means our text, where's that password card note, player name, the room name, we'll make that equal to player name. No, we'll make that equal to room name, and password will make it equal to password, and room name we will set up here. Room name, we'll set room name to -s room, and then go player name plus that, and we'll actually set that after we set our player name. So where's player name? That's the first one here, enter player name, and once we submit that, we will set our room name equal to that. Perfect. Alright, default name, submit, play, network, create room. There we go, Ploxer games 1.01, 6 public room, city, join room and create room and join. Ploxer games 1.01 0.01, 6 players, and my name is default name. Awesome, that is exactly what we want. So then when we also want to do that for this is the join or created and pre-enter game. So what that should be the same, exactly the same for the other ones when we're joining, when we're in offline mode, and when we're joining a room. So when we click join room, where's join room? Join random room, we're going to go pre-enter game equals true, and then we're going to, what's the spawn my player. So when we click a button from here, no, not that one, in here, oh actually yeah, we want to make sure we've joined first. So when we've joined, we'll go GUI dot button new rect at the same location as the create room button. So password, create a room, create and join. So copy this and take that one away, and we'll put in there spawn, and this one we just got to change to an if statement, put those extra parentheses in, and then what we're going to do is call spawn my player, and that should be perfect, or almost perfect, getting there at least. Alright, offline mode, and offline mode doesn't work, but oh that's right, because we haven't done that thing. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure. Anyways, join random room, game summary, join random room, that's a random room name, great random room name, and it gives us a players max of 2, and if we click spawn, we spawn. Now we just got to get rid of this thing. So now if we click another one, look at that, oh, that's normal. No, okay. So when we click spawn, we're gonna go and say pre-enter game is false equals false, and then joined or created is equal to false. Or maybe we want joined and created. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. We've got to check we don't have a boolean to say that we've entered the game. Pretty sure we don't. Nope. So then we test. Oh, one other thing we want to do for that offline mode. Offline. So when we up here, play, options, exit, offline mode, we want to click start button is true. Offline mode is true. Join random room. No, we don't want to join. Do we want to join? Yeah, we'll join a random room. Joined or created equals true, and then pre-enter game is equal to true. So now we'll hit play again, and we'll try offline games. We'll change this to box games. Submit. Play offline mode. Offline room. Players 1 of a maximum of 0 players connected, and there's no room. There's no players room for this. So I think actually because we're playing offline, because there's no people can be, we're gonna have to go. So player dot name. Wait, how did we get our own player name? Player dot name. Yeah, wait. So what this does is sets those details down here, doesn't it? So we'll actually call create room instead of join random room. So where are we? Offline. Join random room? No, offline mode. Okay. Instead of join random room, we'll go create. No, it's called create room. See what that looks like. Okay. So default name, submit, play, offline mode, there we go, all the names and all the maximum variables done for us. But when we play offline, we'll just set max players to 1 or something like that. So if we click offline mode, so max players equals to 1, and we're gonna say room name equals to offline mode, offline room. Oh wait, yep, offline room. Alright, let's check this one more time. Default name, Ploxo Games, and we might have a thing where it saves it and it's got previous files there, and it'll like save all your data on there or something like that. Offline room and Ploxo Games spawn, and there you go. Awesome. So now what we want to do, actually no, that's it. That for this episode, that is it. We're perfectly done with what we want to do. Everything's done, I think, for our rooms. And yeah, we've got the joining, the creating, and all that done and fine. So one thing, we'll need to test that again when you're doing building, when we're building it, and we'll test that out and see what happens there. And yeah, so next episode I think we'll do the animations and things like that, and that should be easier than this. Well, not easier, this is pretty easy, it's just that there's lots of stuff to do, like 248 lines of code. I mean, it's just lots of tedious work that you gotta think about and whatever. But it's done now, we're finished. We might revisit it later, but that's it for now. So thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.